This is Dr. Tulipo Mwenifumbo once again, coming with you as a facilitator in this course, Family Law. Today we want to look at the family, the rights of family. And in our topic, we are going to look at the right of the family in the society. That means the light of the family in the nation, the light of the family in the world, the light of the family in the community. And secondly, we are going to look at the right of the family members, the right of the father, the right of the husband, the right of the wife, and the right of the children. So let's read together and enjoy the lessons.
Rights of the family. When we talk about rights of the family, number one, we are talking about the rights to respect for the family and freedom from interference with family covers. As I've said on the above, the family needs to be protected by the community and also by the state. So the family, these are the unities that are set in the whereby the the in the community, the community is made up of the unities of the family. So when we talk about the family, we are talking about the unities that are created within the the communities by which a man and a woman come together and begin to have a family, and that is also has to be concerned with what is called the rights of one to marry. So every person must have the rights to marry, and also one right about marriage is that a person must marry the person that they feel like, not whereby one is forced into marriage because they love someone. So one of the rights in creating a family is that the two people must agree to marry each other, not the families, not anyone who should be there to make or to force you into marriage with another person. That is one of the things that a right of the family. So when we talk about the right of the family, we are talking about first from the foundation. From the foundation, people must get into marriage voluntarily, and also they should get into marriage with a person that they like themselves and with a person that they feel they want to spend their life with them, or they want to spend some times with them. I've used the word sometimes or life because the definition of marriage is different according to the Marriage Act, according to the marriage, because in Marriage Act, marriage is not, there is nothing like life partner. In the Marriage Act, you are married as long as your partner fulfills the terms of contract of marriage. In the Christian marriage, that is where we want marriage to be a life partner. And in traditional marriage, it is also marriage is a life in lifetime. So when you get marriage according to the tradition, it means that you are expected to marry forever. Mostly in traditional, there was nothing like divorce, especially with the paternal tribes or paternal families, whereby where those that pays lobola, there was nothing like divorce. Even if you want to leave your wife, it means the family will still respect that woman as your wife, and forever that woman will be your wife. Which is different from the matrino. Matrino, it's whereby the women were allowed to divorce the husband and marry another man. But basically, marriage in the traditional setup was meant for a man and a woman to live forever. That is how it was set. Um, But in marriage act, it's just a contract as long as the other party keeps the covenant and or keeps the terms of contract, then that marriage can continue. So the foundation and the rights of marriage begins by one deciding to get married to a person that they like and the person that they feel they should marry to. And it is that's why they say marriage is between the two people. So marriage has to be decided by individuals, not whereby one is forced into marrying another person. That's why when it comes to human rights and family rights, it is not allowed. When we are talking about early marriages, I went back to research. When we talk about early marriages, there is a law that a child can get married at the age of 16 years with the consent of the parents. Now, what was happening in early marriage? They were forcing forcing children at the age of 16 or below to get married to a man that they don't even, whom the child doesn't even want to get married to. That where abrogation of law was happening or has been happening. So now, where there is a consent, where there is this child, where is the person that decides to love this person and wants to get married to this person, I think the Marriage Act does not forbid such a one to marry a person. But now, whereby the family or the parents forces a girl to marry to marry a man without the consent from that child, that is where now the law against early marriages applies, and that is also against uh, the human rights of an individual, because we have got the rights of decision to whom we want to marry. So when we talk about the rights and the respect of the family and freedom from interference with the family, it covers the removal of children. We are saying, the children and the parents must be together with the children. So separating the family, that is the protecting the family from separation, and also it also talks about the immigration laws, the consent to marriage, arbitrary or unlawful interference with marriage, the Human Rights Committee, and other things that have been enclosed in this in marriage protection or the rights of the family. I think we all have the rights to belong to the family and also to be in the family unity. Though it's a pity that mostly the children are deprived of the family life because of the other things that comes in, which is like things like divorce, things like deaths, and sometimes children are forced to go and stay with the people that they don't want to stay with. Sometimes children are forced to go and stay with the other family members when they want to stay with their family, which is the unity family or the nuclear family. So when we talk about the rights of the family, it is the protection of the unity of the family, whereby they have got the rights of property, rights of peace, rights where children have got the rights to go to school, the rights where they are supposed to be protected by their parents, they are supposed to have the shelter and all that. So that is what we call, when we talk about the rights of the family, it's a wide thing, and we are talking about everything that is contained to protect the family and individuals in the family. So that is what the rights of the family is all about. There are a lot of articles that have been said, like there is United Nations. what the United Nations, there is the Commonwealth Family Rights Act, there is a lot of legal or laws that protects the family. Uh, there is also like where there is immigration law whereby like the husband goes to another country to work. There is the right of the other spouse to go to their to that place, and also the family to go to that place. For example, if one finds the greener pastures somewhere, like those that have migrated to UK, so it's the right of the family that they should also migrate, and the immigration law provides that. So if one is given the work permit, the work permit should provide also the the migration of the family. That includes the children, and also includes the spouse. Now, in this in the Immigration Act, the only marriage that is recognized, it is the marriage under the Marriage Act. So if your marriage was not under the statutory marriage, then your husband goes to UK, it means that you can never be migrated to UK. Why? Because your marriage is not recognized internationally. So the traditional marriage only ends in the borders. So if you one goes to another country, that marriage is not recognized by any other country. So the only marriage that is recognized, it is the statutory marriage, whereby you can even call your partner to come and stay with you in that particular country. But if you are married on the traditional marriage, then you cannot migrate. You should find your way to go and stay with your husband. You should also get your own visa. You should get your own, start your own process, work permit, and other things if you want to go and stay there. But if you one is married under the Marriage Act, he has got what is called the immigration rights. There is what is called Human Rights Committee under the United Nations. The committee debates and say that the rights of the family must not only be confined with the concept of marriage, international marriage laws, but they have to be recognized even in countries where arrangement of family has got a different definitions. Like in Zambia, we have got two types of marriages, as said. We have got what is called statutory marriage, and we have got what is called traditional marriage. So the United Nations Committee on Human Rights, they say that every family which is recognized by any country should be respected, and the rights of the family must be respected. Because this has happened in many Western countries whereby they don't want to recognize marriages like most of the African traditional marriages, and also they don't want to recognize the Islamic marriages. But according to the committee of the United Nations Human Rights Committee, they have said that one should be able to advocate for the rights of family, even in the marriages like traditional marriage. For example, if one is married the under the traditional marriage, and the husband goes to UK, as I said that mostly you are not going to be recognized as married. But in this article, where the United Nations advocates that you can fight for the rights of your family, and you can fight that we are a family and we have been recognized. So you in a case where one is denied of the rights because we are not married under the statutory marriage, they can do the suing in the court. And I believe with this article and with other material, you can be able to win the case, and your family may be migrated to wherever you want you are. The other thing about marriage, like in the Western countries, polygamy is considered the way we consider homosexual. Homosexual, it is not, it is testable in Africa and in Zambia. We do not recognize any homosexual marriage, and we say that's a criminal offense. So it is when it comes to polygamy in Western countries. The funny part of the Western countries is that they recognize homosexual marriages, but they say that that is human rights. But polygamy to them, it's not human right, and it is criminal. Just the way we consider the homosexual as not human right, so they recognize polygamy as not human rights. That's why someone said the people that brought us the Bible and told us we should be marrying one person, they are the persons again who are telling us to be marrying a male and a male getting married, and a female and a female getting married. So now, when we talk about the protection of marriage rights, we are talking about where the unity of family is recognized and protected from separation under the under circumstances, any circumstance. So that does not include when your spouse is imprisoned. That is the act or the regulation concerning the marriage, the family protection does not contradict if the spouse is imprisoned, if the child is imprisoned, if one goes for war, and if there is a state of emergency and all that. So there are guidelines that protects also other legislation to be protected. You cannot say I've got the rights of family when your husband or your wife has committed a crime, then he has been removed from the family and imprisoned. Then you say there is the right of family protection. That does not apply. So same like as we said in some immigration acts, whereby like in Australia, where they have got some immigration, like they don't recognize traditional marriages, then you want to migrate your family and they refuse you. So other registration or other laws has to be considered when we come to the application of these laws.